Hi everybody, I'm the Wood Tinkerer. My name is Chris Glitzos and I want to welcome you to my YouTube channel. Today's little project is actually going to be this nice ghost coming right out of the chimney. This is a nice little project, it's a nice decor, and this particular decor actually goes right on top of your mailbox. The beauty of it is, when Christmas is here, you could actually put up a Santa Claus. You could even put up a little reindeer coming off the chimney. This particular piece could actually be removed and be replaced with something else within the seasons. So with no further ado, here's how we put this little project together. This is a beautiful project. I had a good time putting it together. I really enjoyed it. It starts by taking some measurements right off the mailbox. The second step is take those measurements and put them on the piece of wood that you're going to be cutting. The second step is one of the most nicest that I enjoy most of all. I like to draw. If you're having trouble trying to draw, that's easy. All you have to do is actually find a nice coloring book with some witches, some ghosts. Take that, put some adhesive on that piece of paper where that image is, and paste that on top of the wood that actually is going to be your ghost standing up. As you can see, I'm doing mine freehand. The next best thing is actually to take a scroll saw and start cutting close to the lines. If you make a mistake and you go over the line, that's okay, because nothing is actually perfect, but no one's going to know. So it doesn't really have to be perfect. If you do not have a scroll saw, I recommend you use a jigsaw. Take your time with this. Don't rush it. Mine didn't turn out too bad, but I also had a couple of mistakes that went with it, but it didn't bother me none. No one is going to know. Now what we're trying to do is we're trying to fit the length of it. And as you can see, I'm taking some measurements. And I'm going to start cutting the board, and this is where the fun begins. To make things simple, I used a permanent Sharpie. This would actually give us the outline of the ghost, and at the same time we'll be filling in the faces, the eyes, the mouths, and some of the shadows that is required by ghosts in order to make them look right. Make sure that your wood is actually painted in a nice white paint exterior. Second, we take two pieces of wood. The middle piece where it says Mailbox is going to be our scrap wood. I'm using 2 screws to hold it all together. That's going to make things a lot easier to have 2 matching parts. I use a scroll saw to cut this, but you could use a hand saw. You could even use a bandsaw. The choice is yours. All you have to do is just make it as simple, as comfortable as you like. I just happen to use a scroll saw. Here's my 2 arches already finished. Now the fun begins. This is how we're going to start putting the chimney together. I have the strips actually cut. They're roughly about 1.5 inches. Make sure everything is nice and square. I use some glue and I use some finish nails to put it all together. One at a time, and because it's going to be in the top and I don't want no standing water, actually I left some gaps so if the rain or snow or anything else like that, the water will actually flow right through it. You are coming to the end of your construction. This is the part that we're going to drill 2 guiding holes, so when we do screw in the ghost on top of the chimney, they'll be fastened in the correct order, meaning not too forward, not too back, in the center of that piece of wood that we have sticking slightly higher than the rest. Time to have some fun. I love a can of spray. Take your time with it, make sure there are no runs, do the bottom, do the top, and when it is finished and it looks good to you, take a handheld screwdriver and 2 screws and start fastening the ghost on top of the chimney. And here we are. Nice and done. This was a nice little project, gave me a lot of fun. And if you do like it, become one of my family members. Please subscribe and give me a thumbs up. And there'll be more to come.